Peace, YouTube. This is velVET. I'm sorry. I'm already coming all off. Peace, this is YouTube coming to you today. This is velVET coming to you today with an announcement. I had to make this video. Actually, this video is turning out to be something that I was not intended, and it is unfortunate that I have to make a rebuttal to the original video that I was going to put out in pro of something. So peace bear bounties, peace dirty wata, peace Akia, peace sea stars. So this video I am making, we have some wonderful, let me give a shout out first to Sika, who is part of a woman's revolution that is doing a phenomenal job in upholding the status quo of the divine feminine, really bringing in, helping and assisting women who are in need of development and in whether it be resources or in knowledge. She has done a profound job at doing so. So I want to give first a shout out to, of course, Sasika. I want to also give a shout out, of course, to Ashe Divine, who is absolutely has her foot on the demon, on his neck, and keeping him truly inhibited from doing, hopefully, any more harm to any of our feminine aspect and the trees, hopefully, on the planet, which I doubt we can actually assist. The trees are on their own, unfortunately, because he's in somewhere in Mexico, probably pooping on trees as we speak. But this is actually very, very disturbing video I have to make, because as I was previously going to make a video, hey Sensei, peace Sea Star, I was going to originally make a video supporting the Sea Stars who were deciding to extend themselves to the healing necessary to velVET, b.k.a. EJ, b.k.a. pseudo quEEN Eliana, which is Natur Not's mate, one of his many. She's one of the 20,000 that he has slept with, and I make jokes about that, but I truly think his number count, his body count is high, and she's one of the body count. Okay, unfortunately, this young lady had found herself running away and going to Natur Not's camp. I always saw it, the drama camp, and joining the League. What is it called? The League of Doom. I call Natur Not's tribe the League of Doom, because there is zero good that comes from being involved with beings who have a lack of self-awareness, who are basically walking wildly and savagely throughout the beautiful creation of life, and creating more havoc and sadness and destruction as they move along. So, thank you. So I was going to make Sika and also Ashe Divine. My French I was talking French earlier. Sometimes it happens that my English gets a little weird after I speak French for a little bit. They had extended a lot of healing love to Eliana, b.k.a. velVET, b.k.a. EJ from the League of Doom over in Carbonation. And I was getting ready to actually lend my support to the sisterhood, and doing so because I feel it's always very positive and wonderful to support each other, even if we're in our lowest form of behavior or we're limited in our cognitive skills based on poor choices, nutrition, or spirituality. I always feel vested to assist in uplifting our sea stars. But unfortunately, this video will go very different. I will have to retract my initial wanting to go ahead and give support to sending out supportive love and healing to this young sea star who has joined Melanation. Unfortunately, why I had to do so is because she's been marked. Now, many of you who are in part of the occult sect, Santeria, Yoruba, Wiccans, voodoo, overstand and should overstand when someone's marked, there's a bounty on them for doing something that was beyond comprehension. So when I went to extend myself and I became aware that she's marked by the ancestors of a woman she defiled, which is Mama Dia, they have a bounty on her and anything attached to her. And to my understanding is that when Mama Dia was passed away, something occurred that velVET did that was unthinkable. And it's reverberating in the ether and in the other realms, in the underworld. And now there's a bounty on her because of what she's done. When I heard it, I just backed off because I am in support of balance, reinstituted balance based on someone's behavior or reprehensible behavior, regardless if they did it intentionally or not. There always needs to be a reestablishment of balance when something has been done against or to someone, whether they're living or dead. Now, if velVET is listening to this, or Nature Not, they know what they did, and so do I. So now there's she's been marked. So unfortunately, I cannot extend any healing or any loving support that way, based on the fact that once someone has done something beyond comprehension, that unfortunately has a very grave consequence, I have to back down and allow balance too. I uphold divinity and I also uphold balance. And because of that, I will have to withdraw from any extension to that young lady over in melanation based on her own reprehensible behavior to a corpse. Whatever they did over there, she's been marked. And because she's done so, there's going to be a swift consequence not only to her, but all who aided and abetted the foul behavior that was done. Not pre-mortem, but post-mortem. And because it's reverberated in the ether and the underworld, I have to back off. The ancestral realm has taken on this case and they've marked her. And also, not only that, because velVET, and this is why I say the universe is very balanced in what it does, velVET, aka EJ, aka pseudo queen Eliana, because she has rebuked and rejected her own kin, her family, her ancestral line, her ancestors on the other side will not assist her with her being marked, and justice will be served because of it. Eliana is not one of us. And again, remember, I walk alongst the lines of many powerful shamans, Yorubists, Voodoons, Hoodoos, Santerians, Zongojeans, Obians. This is confirmed and it can't be denied. So, with respect to my sea stars who are choosing to align and assist this young lady, I will have to retract and also stay still in this notion with love and respect to the two. So again, much respect to Asika and also much respect to Ashe Divine for doing so. I think their intentions are absolutely beautiful. I support their integrity 1,000% when it comes to this. But because I walk in the lines of ETs and also the ethereal lines of ancestors, as one of the elementals, I must stand firm to have balance be restored. And when a being has done enough dirt and done harm, pre and post mortem, especially post mortem, when they think eyes are not watching them, there is still a consequence when you bravely disregard the dead. And because of that, ancestors of that young lady, Mama Dia, with some assistance, have marked her. So do allow for this to be a lesson for all who think or think that because eyes are not watching you, because cameras are not on, the things that you do in this life, past life, in the light or in the dark, will always be judged. And not necessarily judged by the outside, but judged by yourself. And best know that when you do something that remarks reverberation to this degree, it's a testament that you lack divinity and humanity. This young lady is not one of us family. She's something else. I've spoken about it before. Again, I'm in support of helping see stars even when they're at their lowest point, but this is a being that is way beyond comprehension, and is also why she is very easily aligned with nature not. She is one and the same of him. The type of being that he is, the lacking of empathy, the lacking of self-reflection, the lack of concern, the lack of empathy, the lack of self-awareness is all a detail of who and what she is. She is there at that camp for a reason, and there's a reason why that young lady lasted beyond anyone else that was a female. And it is simply because she matches the frequency and vibration of the beast that we try to slay daily. So that being said, I wanted to put that out there because a lot of people are asking if I'm going to join the movement to assist this young lady, Eliana, and I will have to kindly and politely reject the notion, and will stand firm in that with much respect and much honor to those who choose to do so. I will always stand in the position of balance. As above, so below. As within, so without. When you do something, again, whether it be in the light or the dark, there will always be a consequence to your behavior. And this is a message to Eliana. Tread lightly. You've done something that has been noted and marked. And this will be a lesson to you. And I'm not even quite sure if it will be something that you'll have to deal with more consequentially in the next life because of the way you've been marked. And this is the reason why you don't denounce your family, because at a time that maybe your soul would have required a little assistance, especially when you have a mark of bounty spiritually on you, you would have needed the assistance of your ancestor and your ancestors, your kin, to be able to rebuke it, or kind of like, block it a little bit. So unfortunately for you, you've dug your own placement. Okay, you put the X on your own grave, basically, and it's unfortunate, So I wish you exactly all that you have done. I extend to you all that you have extended to others, in light and in dark. And I also accept whatever consequences comes with the type of behavior or non-behavior that inconsequentially or consequentially brought this mark on your soul, or your non-soul rather. So it's going to be a short video. I'll read a couple comments. I know this is a bit morbid. It kind of threw me for a loop because, I totally think that before this, she wasn't my cup of tea, because I also know frequency, birds of a feather flock together. And I also denote that she is the type of person who's been there very long, and she superseded the time frame of most of the females. Tolerance, meaning that she is more like nature not than not like nature not. That being said, once I heard of her crime against the dead, there's nothing else I could say. I won't extend myself past this. Okay, so for that reason, and it won't be this case for everyone, but her situation is very unique, and who she's aligned with is not helpful. So I would have given her more credence and credibility had I not known of the deeds, or the deed rather, that was done post-mortem to a Mama Dia. And because of that, it is what it is. What did you say? Yaya made a video trying to break the spell on the rest after she left. K Divine. Oh, yeah, she did. She did. He's a demon. You know, people talk about demons so loosely. There are beings walking around here who lack soul imprints. There are beings here, not only that they lack soul imprints, but they are devilish in their behavior, their patterns. They lack empathy and sympathy. And, you know, I think obviously why many people were upset when Mama Dia passed away or transitioned there is because we knew the type of beings that she transitioned in a household with. But there's certain things that you can never truly know what someone does once, you know, you have a testament when people are sick and ill, you can see the best and worst in people. You know, you know, when you have people who are, you know, sick or dying, in those scenarios, you'll see family members fight, or you'll see them come together. And the best and worst you'll see in these scenarios. But what she's done and what he did, we already know the type of being he is, but I think you all lack the awareness of what she is. Yeah. For me to back down, you know there is a reason for it. And I won't speak it publicly because it is not my place. It will come out. And it will come out because probably most likely Natur Boy will act. There will be an act. There'll be something that occurs that will balance the tides. And after the tides are balanced, as far as Eliana is concerned, Natur Not may spill the beans just to try to get reprieve because he's next. Okay? So my advice to everyone, and I'm going to use a little piloted word, you rarely hear me curse, make sure the babies close their ears, is don't shit on the dead. Just because someone's dead doesn't mean someone's not watching. When you defile the dead, there's records taken, notes taken, and that goes to the appropriate parties who can deal with it. Anyway, that's all I had to say. I don't want to say too much. That's, you know, again, I wanted to say that, and again, I want to extend my loving support to the sisterhood, also to Sika and also to Ashe Divine. I think they're doing a fabulous job being very supportive, and in no means or no way does this is this a kick out to them in any way negatively. It's all love in that arena. They're doing, I really support them doing beautiful things for our young ladies and our families and our future. So I support the movement in that way, but I will stand down and kindly and respectfully keep my energy flow where it belongs and allow for justice to be upheld. All right, so I love your family and I hope all is well. And again, remember, it's not the things you do in the light, it's the things you do in the dark that you'll be most judged by. I love you. Peace.